Hey guys, so we have the Zenkai announcement for this week, and it looks like it is going to be Sword of Hope Trunks, who's going to be getting his Zenkai Awakening tomorrow on Weekly Reset. So it looks like we're not going to be getting the Ultra character this week. This is actually confusing to me from two different angles. Like, it doesn't make sense at all to me that this is happening. So I'm going to go ahead and explain why it doesn't make sense. But let's just see what it says here. So Zenkai Awakening info. Super Saiyan Trunks Adult is getting a Zenkai Awakening. Get ready for it tomorrow on July 5th. You can get Awakening Z Power from the Battle Gauntlet missions and more. Okay, fantastic. So this is now, at this point, the most recent summonable character that we've seen get a Zenkai Awakening. Because I still think, Red 21 is still more new than this Trunks? Because 21, I think, came out... How many more months after this Trunks? Like 2 or 3? Because that 21, I think, came out on the 2nd of 2022. February of 2022, I think. So, but in terms of summonable, I believe this Trunks is the most recent Zenkai character. So, interesting. All right, so the first thing I'll mention is we had this teaser, which I still have no idea what this is. Does anybody know? What is this? What is the point of this? Unless they're going to announce something additional that's not just this. Because we got this teaser on the 1st, which is now 3 days ago. And then we got this yesterday. So they teased the Trunks Zenkai twice? The first thing to ever get 2 separate teasers? Because this is usually how they have recently been teasing the Zenkai units, right? We have like the... little Zenkai splash image. It's very clear that the character is going to be a Zenkai character. A new Zenkai Awakening is coming. We have the literally red text here, Zenkai 5th anniversary. The background info is, or the background image is the same color as the character getting their Zenkai Awakening. So it's very clear, right, that this is going to be for a Zenkai character. I honestly, I don't know what this is. I don't. It's possible I guess they still announce something additional for tomorrow, unless this is just a hint for next week. Like they just put this hint out like 9 days early for some reason. I legitimately, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know why they did this. So this is very confusing to me. I don't believe that this Trunks is a character that is deserving of like some massive, like, oh my god, so much hype. Like, blue Sword of Hope Trunks is getting a Zenkai Awakening. Like, you know who deserved that more than Trunks is purple UI Goku. But I guess they really like this Trunks. I mean, we'll see. Again, this could for sure be for something that we haven't seen yet, I guess, but it just seems still seems a little bit strange to me that they put this out and published this so early. Like, again, it's already been 3 days since this has been out, so I'm not really sure what this is for. We'll see. So in terms of Trunks himself, I also don't really think this character makes a ton of sense in terms of the timing he's getting a Zenkai Awakening right now. They intentionally skipped a bunch of other, I would say, equally as deserving units. And when I say jumped over, I mean in terms of time. Because again, this guy is not that old of a unit. I mean, he's what, a year and a half old or something like that? He's not that old, right? They skipped over... Because remember back to the Majin Buu Saga campaign, we didn't get the Kid Buu Zenkai. Everyone was expecting that. We just didn't get him. Instead, they gave us basically 3 worthless Zenkais of characters that were just horribly... Like, if there's one criticism of Legends that I can give right now, it's that I think that their decision-making in terms of who to Zenkai is pretty poor. I think they do a pretty poor job at deciding who gets a Zenkai Awakening. Purple UI Goku was a very obvious pick. Like, if they didn't do that, they'd just straight up be dumb, right? So I'm glad that they at least got that one correct and gave the Purple UI Goku a Zenkai, because it at least matches up with the theme. He buffs the main character. I feel like he actually is a pretty solid addition to Universe Reps. He's good on God Key. So that was a good pick. This Trunks, I don't really understand. I mean, yes, I understand that it's pretty apparent now that Ultra Vegito Blue is coming, right? I mean, are we doubting that still in Part 3? So in terms of themes, right, this Trunks thematically should line up with the Part 3 character that we're going to get next week, but in terms of his actual placement and usability on these teams, I'm a little bit skeptical, right? So in terms of teams, this Trunks has 3 teams. He's on Hybrid Saiyans. Now let me go ahead and ask you guys this. Do you think Trunks, this Trunks right here, do you think this Trunks will be better than Beast Gohan? I am probably going to go ahead and say my bet is on no. Just going to throw it out there. I personally do not think that this Trunks is going to be better than Beast Gohan. That's just my opinion, but we'll see. Then his other teams are Vegeta Clan and Future. So Vegeta Clan, right? We can take a look at the Vegeta Clan. Actually, I have Future pulled up right. Let's take a look at Vegeta Clan first. Where is Vegeta Clan? Is this? There's a lot of tags on here. Right here, Vegeta Clan. Okay, so the thing with Vegeta Clan is Vegeta Clan only really has one viable build for the team, and it is with Vegeta and Trunks and Evolution Blue Vegeta. Kind of like a blast-based yellow team. You could honestly run this guy on bench and run Vegeta and Trunks as one of your main characters. You can throw on the Buu duo, technically, I guess. Overall, when you take a look at how the Vegeta Clan has sort of been built up, it's really always been a secondary team. And what I mean by that is they are not really ever building Vegeta Clan as like the main focus of these characters that are releasing. I think the one exception is Vegeta and Trunks. They actually probably did intend this Vegeta and Trunks character to be used mostly on the Vegeta Clan team, but the problem is they had never focused on this team. This has always been the secondary focus of whatever character they've released. So, for example, the Tag Force release. Obviously, their number one priority for them is to help GT. They happen to be on Vegeta Clan because Vegeta's in the character, but that's not the main focus of why this character came out. The Buu duo. This is more of a Sun family character. This is more of a Buu saga. They really, for some reason, the main reason why this character failed, by the way, is because actually I feel like they met the same fate as Vegeta and Trunks. Is this character really is designed to be used on Buu saga that just isn't a team and never will be a team? And I think the same thing could honestly be said for the Vegeta Clan team here, right? They released Vegeta and Trunks with the intention of them being good on Vegeta Clan, which was never designed to be a team. Like this Vegeta Clan has literally never been a team, ever. When has Vegeta Clan been a team? I'm actually struggling to think about when they were a viable team. When Grade 8 Vegeta came out, because you could run him and Majin Vegeta together, I guess, was like the only time. When else were they viable? That's it. I don't remember another time when this team was actually viable. They had to get two... No, actually, hold on. Because they got Majin Vegeta, who wasn't that old when Grade 8 Vegeta came out. And then they also had Evolution Blue Vegeta. So remember, Evolution Blue Vegeta and Grade 8 Vegeta came out back-to-back. They came out in back-to-back months. I mean, you had 3 very recent Legends Limited characters all together. And even at that point, the team wasn't, like, crazy good. Which is enough proof, I think, to tell you that when you take a look at the Vegeta Clan tag, there never really has been a period where they've specifically been focusing on building up this team. And when you look at how the game builds metas, they always tend to focus on like 1, 2, or 3 different teams and then move on to the next phase. So for example, the big team this year they've been buffing up nonstop is Universe Reps. Blue 17. We got Revival UI Goku. We got Ultra Hit. We got Goku and Frieza. We got Jiren. We got, Zenkai Evolution Blue Vegeta. We got Zenkai Purple UI Goku. Like, it literally is just nonstop with the Universe Rep buffs this year. And because of that, that team is obviously probably just the best team. I would say it is the best team in the game right now. And then, you have a lot of times where Movies gets a ton of buffs. And that's why those teams, and then you always have Future that gets a ton of buffs. And so that's the way that they decide on which teams become meta relevant. Now we have Vegeta Clan here that they've never just sat down and given us Vegeta Clan buff, Vegeta Clan buff, Vegeta Clan buff over and over and over again. So because of that, the team never really has been as good as it could have been if they had decided to do that. So Trunks being a strike-based unit on this team, I don't think is going to work that well. Vegeta Clan itself right now is just not in a great spot, unfortunately. So even if this Trunks was a good fit for the Vegeta Clan team, the team is just not good, right? So I don't think that's really where he's going to fit, in terms of when he comes out. And then the final tag becomes Future. Now this is where things can get a bit interesting for this Trunks, because this Future team doesn't really have like a monstrous blue character. I think Blue Zamasu is still very good. I think Blue Zamasu can still fulfill a decent role on this team. And I think, not knowing what this Trunks is going to do yet, I can only speculate as to what his role is going to be on the team. But this Trunks, remember, he has endurance. It is conditional, but because, first of all, I guess they might remove the condition from it. Where is it? Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, here we go. Applies the following effects to self if there are 2 or more Vegeta clan or future battle members other than this character in the party when battle starts. So he gets endurance when you have a full future team, which is good, right? So, I mean, I feel like Trunks with endurance on this team might fulfill a same role as Blue Zamasu on this team is. We'll see if they go down the path of giving this guy more of a defensive kit. I would imagine probably not, because he's a melee character. He's designed to do damage, always has been. When he released, he was one of the most damaging characters in the game. He was really, really strong. His ultimate like a truck. So, I mean, he's probably going to serve a different role from Zamasu here. The problem is, what archetype of character on Future is going to become more relevant? Because, again, I imagine we're going to be getting Ultra Vegito Blue for Part 3 next week. Do you really... And I don't think Vegito Blue is going to be like a defensive monster. I think he's going to probably be very similarly built to like Ultra Gogeta Blue or Rose or Kid Buu, where they are the ones who are supposed to be carrying your team. He is the designated carry character of your team, like the way Beast Gohan is built, where he can sort of just do everything. So when you have a character like that on your team, I think it's much less important that you have other characters like this Trunks, who are probably going to be designed to do damage first and foremost, as opposed to characters like Zamasu, who are there to support the main offensive characters of your team, the main carry characters, because Zamasu's not a carry character, right? There's a reason why when you get your opponent down to just one, like this Blue Zamasu is the last man standing character, most of the time they forfeit, because this Zamasu is not designed to carry your team. He's there to help the other characters on your team. He's there to provide disruption so that you can actually survive combos, whereas a lot of the times carry characters can't do that. So when it comes down to where this Trunks is going to be used, we take a look at his 3 main teams, Hybrids, Future, and Vegeta Clan. I don't think he's going to be used on Hybrids because he shares the same color as Beast Gohan, and unless they actually make this guy better than Beast Gohan, and on top of that, they're going to have to remove this, because right now, as it stands, he's not getting endurance when you have a full Hybrid Saiyan team. I see no way that this character ends up being a better option than Beast Gohan, so Hybrids is kind of out of the question. In terms of Vegeta Clan doesn't exist. It's not a team, and it's blast-based anyway in most instances, so I don't really see this Trunks being good on Vegeta Clan. And so that all that leaves with us is Future, and I think his usability is going to completely depend on what Vegito Blue ends up... Again, I'm assuming that Vegito Blue is the Ultra. I think it's a very safe assumption. It's going to depend... His usage is going to depend on what that Ultra Vegito Blue looks like and what he would want next to him on his team, because, let's be honest here, the Ultra character of an anniversary of Legends Festival, they're going to be running the show. So it's all going to come down to what he wants to see as an ally on his team. Is it going to be another, mostly damage oriented character like Trunks that has some defensive utility like Endurance? Or is it going to be more of a team oriented unit like Zamasu that is able to support, is able to heal, and has more disruption than Trunks? I would wager the answer is probably going to be Zamasu, so that leaves us with literally nowhere to run this character, which is a bit interesting. I don't know if they're Zenkaiing this guy because Vegito is about to be blue. Right? Is Ultra Vegeta Blue going to be blue? I actually think there's a good chance that he is, so that might be the main reason why they chose this character, but we will see. But in terms of him actually being used in combat instead of just being a bench unit, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where we're supposed to use this unit, but we'll see how he's built. Let me know down below what you guys think, as well as let me know what you think about this, because again, I'm still very confused as to what the hell this is. Like, why? What is this? I don't understand. This Trunks' teaser is this. Is this like a 10 or 11 day in advance teaser to the Ultra? Like, why? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.